over all the controversy, all the drama, all the discussions, who would be the quarterback of the future? Do we have a quarterback over in Brock Purdy? Today we showed it against a sorry-ass Steelers offense and defense that didn't come to play. Mind you, Brock Purdy had an outstanding game, having possibly the second highest QBR next to Kirk Cousins around that time slot when Kirk Cousins was leading around 320 yards per, for passing yards. And coming out of the fact, this game ended around the second quarter. I'm not gonna lie, it was already 20-7 off a garbage time touchdown by Fred Freiermuth, literally at the ending of the second quarter. Najee Harris averaged only 2 receptions, while only 6 carries, 31 yards. Absolutely repugnant. Kenny Pickett started around the half with 9 passing yards, and they only got a negative positive yardage as a team around the first half. He got sacked 5 times. He was absolutely decimated by the secondary and the front force, coming over recently re-signed Nick Bosa over contractual disputes. Brock Purdy, phenomenal game, 19 of 29, 2 passing touchdowns to Brandon Ayuk, while closing out with a good QBR of 91.3. He was outstanding. He was getting some pressurable reads over a borderline Swiss Army knife out of Deebo Samuels. He was second highest in receptions, over 55 yards. Got some good catches around the in route, even though he's a dependable slot. I don't know why we paid for him that much when Brandon Ayuk has been putting up all-pro numbers for the past 2 seasons. Brandon Ayuk he had some phenomenal catch. That catch around the edge when he went around the end, when it was a deep ball around the corner, and he caught it with possibly the most accurate passing touchdown I've seen all game. Outstanding performance by Brandon Ayuk. Applause to you. You get a DST's player of the game tonight, man. 129 from the field. Didn't drop any out of his 9 targets. Caught every single pass he was given. And got a 23-yard into the end zone. Christian McCaffrey was no slouch himself. He closed out with 152 rushing yards while being fourth highest in receptions. He's usually the dual threat over in receiving. Sometimes he can carry over the receiving core with his decisive pass catching maneuvers. And he had a 65 long that went around near around the 10. He was outstanding. So was the defense, except that time Hufanga got that unnecessary roughness trying to cancel out. I think that was George Pickens around the receiving. Oh no, I think that was Deontay Johnson. He knocked his head off in the middle of a catch attempt, and it just went off the rates. But Pickett was just getting decimated. He was getting decimated, bro. It wasn't even fun coming out. He was getting stretched out around the pocket. He was throwing mishandled reads. One got dropped and picked off. One slipped out of, I think his name was not Connor Hayward, but I think it was around Calvin Austin. It slipped off his hands and it got intercepted and returned over to the end zone. Or it got farther around the play. It was a terrible pass. Trey Greenlaw looked good. That's how bad it was. Trey Greenlaw looked good in the game. I'm not trying to take anything away from Greenlaw, but he's one of the, I think, dodgier guys on the defensive front that the Niners fans talk about. In my opinion, outstanding. Trevarius Ward caught it off a slip pass. Then Hufanga caught it off a good, poor read, this time by Kenny Pickett. Now I understand it's first week jitters. Obviously, the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to be one of the more struggling teams out of the AFC North. There was also a hiccup today, a massive upset. I think they were down by at least 1.7 points. The Cleveland Browns they held over a 9-point deficit against the Cincinnati Bengals on home turf. That's an outstanding show of momentum for the Cleveland Browns over the first week season opener game for Deshaun Watson, since he came back around at least week 11 and started the rest of the season, but still a on and off offense, and it was just his defensive showcase. A lot of missed defensive pieces that showed out to play in the NFC in the South now. The majority of the defensive players now are for the Bengals. But I can't deny a great showing defensively and offensively against the Niners front. I think penalties are still one of our big hiccups when it comes to the way we play. Jake Moody hit a 41 field goal that I think stretched us around the first half, and then the second half, he was consistent. I understand a lot of people want to question Robbie Gould, and he's the more seasoned kicker, and knowing the age range for around all pro kickers that can get clutch kicks going around the near middle age, it wouldn't surprise me if somebody else picks up Robbie Gould. Because we had Adam Vinatieri knocking down field goals at 38, 41, 42. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that, in my opinion. But the Steelers were obviously a struggling offense. The only bright spot was cutting out their defense. TJ Watt, 3 sacks, over 5 solo tackles. He had around 3 pressures and has really been on the kill list over Brock Purdy the majority of the game. Alex Highsmith, Eldon Roberts, I think he got out of the game earlier out of an injury, and Quan Alexander was a consistent hitter around the run stoppage, but they really could not touch Christian McCaffrey or Brock Purdy for majority of the game. But outstanding performance by the offense, defense. I feel like they've rode up all the momentum so far, and especially over a lower sack percentage, the defense came to play and limited around only 7 points for our Pittsburgh Steelers offense that kind of kept it somewhat competitive around the regular season last year. Obviously, Steelers fans could not be happy. But other than that, I'm happy. And that's all that matters at the end of the day. Let's go Niners. That's it for me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this game. Obviously, I would have something to worry about for next week for week 2. Coming up next, let's just keep it a buck. We've been damn near undefeated over the past 4 to 5 seasons against the Los Angeles Rams. So that's going to be another simple victory, and it's going to be in a later time slot. But damn, I don't think the NFC East is not going to be that much of competition. The Seahawks probably going to be the more exciting games for us. Literally, and it's been literally the most consistent rivalry we had. Cardinals, we blew them out over in the season series last year, and the Rams just have not been a simple team to play. Bring back Jared Goff. Besides that, thanks for watching. That's it from Sidelines Productions. Like, comment, subscribe for more. I'm signing off.